They didn't then. But anyway, all good, all good. So we'll begin, right? So, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Where shall we begin today? So, um, turn your phone. Okay. So, what am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about how this energy that we are all witnessing, how it's starting to now become a little bit more tense, and why it's important to disengage from what's going on, including disengage from your mind. Got to do that now. And we have to do that because, one, we ourselves have been able to learn that there is a difference between the content of the mind and the one that's observing it. So we're going down that experiential route. But as the climate begins to change, and it is changing, and you can see it, as we're going to let you loose, we're not going to let you loose. We're going to let you loose, we're not going to let you loose. Uh, this variant, that variant, will we have freedom? Will we not have freedom? Or the emails that have started to come out telling you the origins of some of this stuff. All of these things are making people think in ways that they weren't thinking a few months back. And as a result, this emotional intensity begins to rise. And we're at the start of it. We're at the start of it. Our anticipation has always been that in summer, and as there's more light, more deep, more dirt, as one of my shaman friends said, the more you see, the more you see. The more clear the pictures become. And as a result, we can get pulled into these different stories, whatever they may be. So, meditation now is not just about, yes, I'll do it. It is essential, absolutely essential. Why is it essential? Is that look, even if you may not wish to feel the intensity of fire, just by going near fire, you will feel it. The same is now visible around us. The same is now experienced around us. So meditation has now become one, paramount. The second element I want to add to meditation is, all right, so you are meditating, and we all meditate, and we arrive at a place in our process. And this place that we arrive at is generally the same kind of place. It's a bit quiet there, things are a bit relaxed there, the mind is not anxious, there's no past, there's no future, but there's just this presence. Well, what now? So you've got there, what now? How do we go further into this space? And this is where mantra, sound, becomes really important. So if we look at the process of our meditation, the process of our meditation takes us to this place of contentment, theoretical contentment. It may be only for 2 minutes, but contentment. The only thing that makes you discontent is believing the thoughts that are telling you what the truth is. Your choice, that choice is yours. Whether you accept them to be true or not is your choice. You may not be able to choose what's coming in and out of your field of consciousness, but the choice to believe it or not believe it remains with us. So it's first recognizing that when we get into this space of stillness, of silence, of peace, however long, there are certain qualities that are present there, but more importantly, there are also certain things that we can go further into, we can dive deeper. So the way we do this is we use sound. So I introduced a few, I think last year we did frequency medicine, where we use a particular sound in order to rebalance, rebalance things within ourselves. So the head, the heart, and let's call it our being, our space, our soul, our spirit, whatever words you want to use it. But the key things that you can measure are: one, emotionally it'll regulate you, mentally you'll feel a bit better, and physically, physiologically, heart rate and those kind of things become aligned. That happens as a result of first through meditation going into contentment. Out of contentment then arises a clear heart. The heart becomes clear. There's a clarity, there is a openness. Let's call, yeah, maybe that's a better word. There's an openness that is heartfelt. And that openness, the heartfelt openness, is now another doorway. And this doorway is now to bring two things together: this openness plus intention. Meaning that when you go into this space of silence and stillness, that allows you to have a very clear focus when you wish to have a focus, because you know what it means to be out of the mind, so to speak. So, in order to develop our meditation further, we begin to harmonize a few things. One, the meditation step is paramount, it gets to a particular space. Two, we begin to look at our heart. We begin to look at how do you get to your heart? How do you see your heart? If someone asked you, what do you feel in your heart? What words would you use? Right now?
Right now, contentment.
Contentment, right? Is it a heart thing or is it a head thing? Head or heart? Head. So you say it's heart, you say it's head.
So depends where you are.
Depends where you are.
Here we go.
Yeah, so you have to go from here to the heart. So the whole idea when you pray and you bend your head down, it's the ego, the mind that bows down to the heart. But to get to that bit, you have to first switch this off. And that doesn't mean you stop thinking, it means you step back. That's all it means. Step back. Use the breath as an anchor. Keep going back to it, keep going back to it. Sooner or later, it'll click in. It'll just click it. That contentment, that leads from the mental contentment to this open space, an emotional space that opens, compassion, self-compassion, all of those are components of it. But in that openness, we have then the possibility of participating in creation as a co-creator. We participate in creation in a way that is healthy for us, flourishing as a human being, but also healthy for the society and those around you. So the whole process of meditation, we feel that, one of the things that I've heard over years is, well, what's the point of meditating? What's the point of meditating? And there have been many ways you try and explain it, but I guess the best example I could ever think of was this. So imagine someone walks into your room or wherever you are, and you ask them, so who are you? He says, I don't know. Where did you come from? Well, my mum, I guess. No, where did you come from? I don't know. Where are you going? I don't know. How would you classify that person? This person's lost. This person's lost. So meditation helps us find the way back home, whatever home may be for you, right? And we won't go there. It allows you to come back to a place where you feel safe, where you feel at peace with yourself, where you feel healthy. And it is out of the health position that we then begin to develop new ways of living and participating in a way that is co-creating. Flourishing for us, what does flourishing mean? It means living your life in simple ways, and it's enough. It's enough. Sipping your cup of tea is enough. Listening to the birds and a bit of gardening is enough. Don't have to go and change the world. The world is taking, the ones who are trying to change the world have messed it up. Those who just stay at home sipping tea and stuff, life's pretty good. No? So it's bringing ourselves back home, participating in life with those little things which add to the mystery of what it means to be alive. And that's where humanity is going. So as this climate grows in one side, which is where I began, we for ourselves, our own health, need to develop our own internal climate. An own internal climate, because this stuff is not going to stop for a while. And it will go from anger, frustration, and confusion, irritation. Those things will inevitably, anger has to go somewhere. You can't stop anger. It's an energy. You can't, how long are you going to hold it? It's going to go somewhere. And that's going to go in the protests, in the riots, in the people in the park, which everyone, they meet at 10 o'clock on a Sunday. Memorial Park, please come. Yeah, hundreds, please do come. Yeah, and wear something yellow. So all of these voices are starting to, it's the expression. But then there is also the other expression. When people who have lost jobs, people who have lost a whole way of life, people who have lost health, people who have been lied to, people who have been misled, care homes. We all know where this is going. So June, July, August, expose, expose, expose. And as more exposure comes up, this energy grows. So it's a natural event. Nothing mystical about it. It's a natural event. Sit back and just watch it. So if you know how the mind operates, you can see it. So it's absolutely imperative that there is a balance to that. Peace, contentment. And we have no recognition of what our 2 minutes of peace can do to all this volatility. Right? So there was an experiment done, 1983, maybe 84, and it was called, I think it's called the Washington experiment. And it was the guys from Transcendental Meditation, and someone said, a claim was made that if so many people meditate at the same time, the crime rate will be impacted, or the violence will be impacted. So meditation leaves you towards peace, and the opposite of peace is violence, it's aggression. So it said if you cultivate this part of the spectrum, then this will reduce. And so did a calculation, and the calculation is the square root of the population of people in that area. So that came to about 800 people or something. So they decided to meditate. And the chief of police came online at the time, or TV, and said that the only thing that will reduce crime is if we have 6 feet of snow in July. But remarkably, the crime or that crime dropped something like 23% or some significant number as a result. And a similar experiment was done in Lebanon during the Lebanese war. Same group kind of people. So meditation has an impact because you are a vibration. And as a vibration, you are deliberately going towards a vibration of peace, of contentment, of safety, of security, outside that really panicky stuff, outside that bit. So on one side you have this, and by doing that, you counterbalance. You add something to this universal energy. That's of value to the universe today. Yeah, don't need to do much else. Don't need to go and save the world. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, shall we begin? So we will today. What we'll do a little bit of a quick scan, trying to redefine how we see ourselves through experience. We'll do a quick scan, and then depending on where we end up, we might add some sound, but we'll see how it goes, or something to do with the heart. So, as usual, sit with a little bit of confidence, with the intention that you are going to simply become present to your own experience, your time to be with yourself. And on your breath in now, a deliberate focus towards yourself and begin to notice your posture. Notice your posture. And if you just pull your back up slightly, you will notice that even the slightest movement, there is a sensation. Pulling your shoulders back, there are sensations in the shoulder blades. And begin to notice the surface of your body. So notice your face first. Notice your eyes. Bring your focus to your mouth. Notice your tongue. And this is just taking a quick account of what's going on. Bring your focus now to the surface of your hands. And whatever part of the body that you feel you can have awareness of. See if you can notice the surface of the arms, surface of the shoulders. So becoming aware of the surface, the front of your body, the back, and then noticing the surface of your thighs all the way down to your feet. So this surface area, the area that consists of skin, is solid, like your teeth, like your bones. So this is the solid part of your body. Now bring your focus to your breath. Draw a slow, deep breath in and relax. Hold your focus beneath your nose. Notice the movement of your breath. Hold your focus as best as you can. Allow the breath to breathe by itself. Notice now that the breath is breathing by itself. The in-breath changes to the out-breath. The out-breath changes to the in-breath. So the breath doesn't remain with you. So to claim it's your breath is not true, because the breath breathes by itself. Just see if you can notice that. So this is the gas layer. Deep breath in, hold and relax. Bringing your focus now to your mental layer. See if you can notice what's going on in your mind. How does the mind feel? Does it feel confused? Does it feel frustrated? Does it feel tired? Does it feel relaxed? Notice the thoughts. Notice the thoughts. Let them come, let them go. And if you get lost in your thoughts, come back to your breath. And then becoming aware of your mental content as best as you can. This is your mental layer. Deep breath in, hold, and relax. Now bringing your focus to your chest. And try and see if you can get a sense of just being. Hold your focus at your chest. Notice if you feel open or if it feels constricted. Deep breath in, hold, and relax. Holding your focus now just beneath your nose, using your breath as the anchor to hold your focus. On your next breath out, expanding your awareness and allowing the sounds around you to come to you. This is our space layer, where we move beyond the physical, the breath, the body, the sense of being, to this wider space. Now gently bringing your focus just beneath your nose. We're going to sit with our breath. Notice how the breath is flowing. Notice the in breath from the start till the end, and notice the out breath from the start till the end, as best as you can. Stay with your breath. Begin to follow your out breath all the way till the end, with the intention to merge with the end of the breath. Allowing your breath to take you deeper and deeper into your moment of now. Stay with your breath, allowing your breath to gently move you to that space at the end of the breath where there is no breath in, where there is no breath out. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. Notice how you're breathing now, or how the breath is flowing. Stay with your breath. And the more closely you notice the qualities of your breath, the more depth in our meditation and state of consciousness. Stay with your breath. Now taking a moment to notice the qualities of your breath. How does it flow? Does it feel fast or does it feel slow? Stay with your breath. Does your breath feel long or does it feel short? Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. Now, bringing your focus as best as you can, try and see if you can listen to the sound of your breath. Just the attempt to listen to the sound of your breath. Even if you can't hear anything. And as you listen to your breath, the more intent you're listening, the deeper you merge in the moment. Does your in breath sound the same as your out breath? Does the start of your in breath sound the same as the end? Allow yourself to go into the sound. Listening. Listening to your breath as best as you can. Stay with your breath. On your next breath out, taking that same intensity of listening and begin to listen to the sounds around you. Allowing the sound of the bells to take you deeper into the silence. Listening. Notice the safeness, the peacefulness, and the stillness. There is no time, while you remain still, everything around you is moving. Notice how this feels. Notice how the heart area feels. Notice how the face feels. Gently moving your focus just beneath your nose and sitting with your breath. Sitting with yourself. Notice a sense of groundedness. On your next breath out, expanding your awareness, becoming aware of your whole body as best as you can. Moving your focus away from the breath and now to encompass the body and the breath. Notice the stillness within yourself and the physical body itself. Notice that the body doesn't need to move because the mind doesn't need to move. Notice the sensations where the body makes contact with whatever you're sitting on. Notice the awareness of your thighs, moving your focus down towards your feet, and then becoming aware of your feet themselves. Notice how your back is straight, upright, relaxed. Shoulders, arms, hands are comfortable. Your eyes are still closed, your mouth is still closed, and your face is relaxed. Coming back to your breath. Noticing how the sense of the body changes as the breath comes in and as the breath goes out. Almost like the whole body breathes. and relaxes. Breathing in, you sense your body. Breathing out, you sense your body. Take a moment to appreciate the time you've taken to center yourself or to try and center yourself. A moment of compassion, a moment of self care, and a moment of communal care. And imagine this peace around your heart like a bubble of energy. And as you hear the bell, allow this bubble to expand and take this energy to wherever it needs to go, filling this room and beyond. When you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw a few slow, deep breaths in, and in your own good time, opening your eyes and bringing yourself back with that peace and tranquility. Thank you very much.
Did it transmit?